Al Houghton Stadium, the site in San Bernardino. It's an elimination game in West Region play. Tucson, Arizona, the Sunnyside Little Leaguers against Chula, Vista, California. Hi everybody, I'm Trey Bender alongside Greg Olson for this one. It's an Arizona team that is well rested. Day one, game one was their first matchup against Hawaii, and for Southern California, their third game of this regional.
Third game in 3 days, so that's the storyline for us. Arizona played first thing Sunday morning, lost 7-3 to Hawaii, pitched pretty well but just struggled with the bats. Southern California coming 3 straight days, and that's been their bats has been the storyline for me. 16 runs on game one, 3 runs on 1 hit yesterday.
Well, this is a Southern California team that definitely can provide punch with their offense, and it's a team that lost to Nevada, really stymied by the Las Vegas pitching staff. So how do they get back into the flow of things?
Well, I don't know, but I'm thinking these kids are so travel ball oriented that they went out and probably took BP last night.
Tucson, meanwhile, plenty of time to think about this elimination game. Great brand of baseball played in the state of Arizona, but they ran into a buzzsaw in Hawaii. That's a 2-0 team, the Honolulu Little Leaguers.
Yeah, and that's, Hawaii came out and had a great pitching outing, and it was just too much for Arizona to overcome.
So it's Tucson and Chula Vista. Season on the line for these two. West Region play continues as we expect to hit 108 degrees here in San Bernardino. First pitch coming up. A warm day in San Bernardino and season on the line for Tucson, Arizona and Chula Vista, California here at Al Houghton Stadium in San Bernardino. Arizona, the Tucson Sunnyside Little Leaguers with this group. And they've had a lot of time to gear up for this matchup. Zepeda has pitched and also bats in the cleanup spot. And you can say the same for Diego Pinedo, hitting the middle part of the order, also a key on the mound as they're facing Kainoa Baptista. Big fan of the Angels and Mike Trout. Martin Reyes to lead things off for Arizona. First pitch is outside for ball one. Here is Baptista, who we have seen already in this regional.
Yeah, he started game 1 for Southern California, pitched 1 inning, struggled a little bit against Northern California. But we're going to see, he showed me a good fastball, mid-60s, good location, and he's got a couple breaking balls, a changeup. He changes things up. We saw a breaking ball right there in a 1-0 count.
This is a Southern California team that put 16 on the board in their first win, but only 3 runs in a loss to Nevada as Reyes fouls it back to the screen. You know, we talked about the heat here. Very warm. They're doing a good job of getting the kids hydrated and in the shade when they can. This Tucson team used to the heat. They went through 110 degrees en route to the state championship. Desert Dwellers, here's the first offering. Or the 1-2 offering and a swing and a miss, and there's the first strikeout for Baptista, opening this one up.
Looks like Batista with a changeup down and away. Really good pitch.
This is a good group defensively, and keep an eye on Ivan Rodriguez Jr. at shortstop. Covers a lot of ground at that position. Camarillo is the coach's kid. George is the manager of this Chula Vista bunch. Emilio Lizarraga, the shortstop.
And there's that same pitch. I can't tell if that's a slider or a changeup that has a lot of depth and breaks down late.
Lizarraga, hardworking kid, loves the game of baseball and hits it hard to left field, and that one is going to be off the fence. Lizarraga on his way to second, in there with a double.
Good start for Arizona. Batista left a changeup up out over the plate. Lizarraga did not miss it and hits the ESPN sign out in left field. Here it is again. High changeup or spinning breaking ball. And Lizarraga doesn't miss it.
Now Damian Lorda, the opposing pitcher, swings and misses at the first offering.
Lorda had an RBI single in the first game on Sunday.
Got a piece of that one. His first out of the park home run was when he was 9 years old, playing baseball in Taiwan. Pulled on the ground to the second baseman, Camarillo. Throws out Lorda, 2 down.
Well, pretty good swing by Lorda. Got a fastball down in the zone. Hard ground ball. Camarillo ranges to his right. And quick snap throw to first base.
Here's Jose Zepeda. Big fan of the Dodgers. And he says hitting home runs is the best thing you can do at the Little League level. We've seen some big ones here at the ballpark.
Zepeda pitched on Sunday. Will not be eligible to pitch today through more than 39 pitches, I believe.
Big cut there from Zepeda. He is a baseball superstition. I don't know if you've heard of this one. He always skips a loop on the baseball pants when putting on the belt.
I have never heard of that one. That's great.
It works for him. 2-1 now.
Nice block by Joseph Anderson behind the plate. Keeps Lizarraga at third base. Very important for the catchers to become like a brick wall back there, so the pitcher's comfortable in throwing breaking balls off speed down out of the zone.
Right back to the mound. Good glove play by Baptista to end the inning. The double by Lizarraga, but he is left stranded at first base. Half inning in the books. Arizona and Southern California scoreless in this West Region elimination game.
very grateful to have some medical staff on duty today here at Chula. We'd like to please welcome Dr. Molly Effish and Nurse Rosemary Peng from the Lola Medical Center and Children's Hospital. Please join us in thanking them for a round of applause. And speaking of keeping your players healthy and yourself, please remember to drink lots of water, stay out of the sun as best you can.
Arizona and Southern California scoreless, bottom of the first. Southern California has shown the big bats thus far in this regional. A lot of home runs in their first victory, and they'll try to get things started against Damian Lorda with this group. Look out for Michael Rodriguez and Jose Mendoza. Rodriguez 3 home runs already. Mendoza has a couple of them in the 3 and 4 spots.
Joseph Anderson's been great behind the plate in the first game. Matthew Bjornstad was stellar in his outing on Sunday.
And Anthony Leyva has been one of the stars of this tournament with his speed in the number 9 spot in the order. And here's Damian Lorda, who's an Indians fan and a fan of the film Sandlot. Good choice.
That's a great choice. And he's got the job of trying to stifle these Southern California bats or keep them down in a little bit of a slump.
So the Sunnyside Little Leaguers playing the first game of this regional against Hawaii. Had a tough time getting their offense going. That's a good Hawaii team they ran into. And here's a look at the team defensively. Lizarraga at shortstop. Pinedo can also pitch for this team. They've got him behind the dish.
Well, Arizona loses on Sunday morning. They have 2 days to, think about what happened. They probably went to a backfield somewhere, got a little bit of BP in, maybe worked on a couple things that didn't go so well for them.
Ivan Rodriguez Jr., the shortstop. And it's a fastball inside, ball 1.
I thought that hit him. Here it is again. First pitch fastball of the game. Man, it looked like it almost caught a piece of his helmet, but he wouldn't stand there and stay in the box if it did. I'm sure he's a tough kid, but after getting hit in the helmet, you would not stand in the box.
It's that one inside. Mike Trout, his favorite baseball player. We've seen his name mentioned quite a bit by these young athletes. There's a strike. Our home plate umpire, David DeRosa. Got Jason Field at first base, Ralph Metz at second, Kevin Macho at third base. 3-1.
Rodriguez being the prototypical leadoff hitter, seeing some pitches, trying to make Lorda work a little bit. As we said, it's about 108 degrees. The pitch count probably won't come into play a whole lot today. I don't think, with this heat, we're going to see somebody running up into the 80s, but
there is a little bit of a breeze here at the ballpark. You generally see that about this time of day. Jams him as it's a roller towards the shortstop. Lizarraga can't make a throw on it. Keeps it on the infield. He's not hit hard, but Rodriguez is on.
A good pitch by Lorda. Fastball in. Jams Rodriguez, and third baseman Zapata was just unable to get to it. And by the time that Lizarraga gets to it in the hole, there's not going to be a play at first base, even if he comes up with it clean.
That'll bring up AC3, Alan Camarillo. And so far, Lorda working the inside part of that plate.
Well, that's what you want to do against the big power hitters. You want to move the ball in and out and specifically stay in against the guys that have some power. Camarillo shows a bunt. We have not seen SoCal try to play small ball at all. They kind of let their bats do the talking.
Gonna lay a bunt down here, and Cepeda can't make a throw. And that sets up the big hitters, Rodriguez and Camarillo on. Error on the third baseman.
Well, I stand corrected. Southern California is playing a little bit of small ball, trying to probably get on the board early, put some pressure on Arizona. Great bunt by Camarillo. I'm going to assume that it's error on the third baseman, and Camarillo will get a sacrifice bunt.
And here is Michael Rodriguez, and if you hadn't heard about his first game in this regional, it was something to behold. A grand slam and 2 two-run homers in a 16-run effort and a win against Northern California.
Well, you saw that first swing. He just came unglued, and he doesn't have to do that. You know, he was nice and smooth the first night, making good swings, and his power did all the work. That swing right there, he swung so hard, his head came out. We haven't seen that.
That one gets past the catcher, moving up to second and third, Camarillo and Rodriguez, and now it gives Michael Rodriguez a chance to bring in a couple with a single. Big cut.
And that would, I mean, that's the only thing I see that's different. It's he's trying to go deep now. You know, he wasn't trying to go deep on Sunday night. He was just hitting the ball hard, and the ball went. You can see he's coming out. His head's coming out.
Draws the walk. Good eye there, as Lorda wanted that third strike, and now the bases are loaded, and they've got the runners caught up. And here's Rodriguez Jr. between third and home, and they're going to tag him out. And heading to second is Michael Rodriguez, and he's in there safely. So they get a runner caught, and they get the lead runner, Rodriguez Jr., and that's out number one.
Well, Camarillo thought that the bases were loaded, so he started walking to third base as Rodriguez started to coming to first, and you still see him looking around going, what happened? So he walked down to third base. Arizona recognized it, got him in a rundown, and then Rodriguez, standing on third base, takes off, because if Camarillo and Rodriguez are sharing the same bag, somebody's out, and it's going to be Camarillo. And so I think we're going to look at this play. Michael Rodriguez coming in safe at second base. I thought he got the foot down before the tag, Trey.
It appeared that way. We'll take a look at it here.
So the coaches don't have a review system in place until the regionals, and they get 2 reviews, and if you're successful, you continue to get reviews. What we can look at: force outs, tags on base paths, missed bases, hit batters, additional play covers, a wide spectrum of plays. And like I said, the managers have unlimited successful challenges, but they lose the ability to challenge after 2 unsuccessful challenges. And this is not the NFL where you have a TV monitor, or Major League Baseball where you have a TV monitor being watched by one of your coaches. These guys are going out basically on what they think they see. And we've had some unsuccessful challenges so far already today.
This is on the play at second base. Safe is the call. And Michael Rodriguez is standing there. You got Camarillo standing at third with 1 out. And it brings up the cleanup hitter, Jose Mendoza. Mendoza, a couple solo home runs over the right field fence in their Game 1 victory. Hits that deep to right center, out of here.
Jose Mendoza had 2 home runs, both solo, because he was following Michael Rodriguez Sunday night, and both balls were well hit to right field. He does a great job of staying inside, gets a fastball, and it's not a bad pitch. It's down and away, but he's already shown the ability here in San Bernardino to cover that side of the plate with some damage.
A no-doubter for Mendoza, and that's why this team can be so good. If you pitch around Michael Rodriguez, you've got Jose waiting, and here's Joseph Anderson, the catcher.
Well, you've been bringing up the Bronx Bombers from 1927 with Ruth and Gehrig.
Now, Gehrig did a lot of damage when they decided to pitch away from Ruth, and there's an example, Mendoza doing the job as they pitch away from Rodriguez.
I kind of prefer the Bash brothers from the 90s with Oakland, McGuire and Canseco.
It's a good one.
Both right-handed guys. Had the displeasure of facing them over the years. Lorda just showed his slider, a downward breaking slider. Nice pitch.
Chopper off the bat of Anderson, backhanded by Toledo to the bag. 2 down. We're going to be talking to Calvin Pickering, who threw out the first pitch when this inning wraps up. One of the great Little League alums that went on to play Major League Baseball.
For my Baltimore Orioles. Got a fellow Oriole in the house.
Here's Matthew Bjornstad, the right fielder.
Bjornstad came in on Sunday, really stabilized the pitching for Southern California. Threw upwards of 60 pitches, had a great game on the mound. Had a big hit the other day, yesterday, in the losing effort to Nevada.
He's also a water polo guy. Competes in that sport as well as baseball. Three balls and a strike. Lefty hitter and has a lefty arm as well. Pulls it. Second baseman Iriki throws him out to end the inning. Home run ball though. Showcased here again by Southern California.
Jose Mendoza, fastball away. This ball is up and over the tents. Southern California up early, 3-0.
Southern California in front of Arizona in this elimination game in the West Regional, 3-0 the score as we move to the second inning, and we're joined by one of the great Little League alums, a guy that moved it to the Major League level, playing for 4 different teams, Calvin Pickering. And first of all, my broadcast partner here loves the colors you're wearing there, the Baltimore Orioles.
Man.
That's one of those teams.
Baltimore, that's right. We're going to go way back.
Talk about, you've been out here before, seeing these kids and the work they're putting in and the heat there. Always a special time to see these players at this age level?
Man, it's awesome, man. It's awesome. You know, these kids work hard all year. You know, playing Little League, some play, you know, travel ball. You know, especially in Southern California, baseball never stops. So, you know, for them to be out here representing their city and coming out here and playing in this type of weather, you know, you can't ask for anything better. So, I mean, it's a grind, you know, but they got to push through it.
So what's Little League baseball like in the Virgin Islands?
You know, baseball, Little League baseball is pretty high in the Caribbean. You know, in the Virgin Islands, you know, that's all we grew up on. You know, we don't have travel ball, obviously. So, you know, we start in the Little League and move up to 13 or 15, and pretty much that's all we have down there. You know, we pretty much practice every day and just play on the weekends.
That's
so
great.
It's, you know, it's a little difference from players from up here in the States. You know, we only play Saturday and Sunday, but you know, in the Caribbean, but we practice pretty much Monday to Friday.
What would be your piece of advice to these kids at this level, at this age right now?
You know, my advice is just play the game hard. You know, just go out there and give it your best. You know, at this age, you just want to have fun. You know, we try to put too much pressure on these little kids at this age. You know, they got to remember, you know, they only 10, 11, 12, 13-year-old. You know, some of us that make it to the highest level, you know, I didn't start playing Little League until I was 10 years old. You know, and then now we got these kids playing from 5, 6 years old travel ball. You know, and, you know, I listen to a lot of the parents and stuff. I just like, man, you know, let them go out there and have some fun. Let them enjoy the game. You know, it's more to it than just trying to win. You know, we got to develop them and just have them go out there and enjoy it. You know, we don't know what they're going to do. We can't ask for anything else other than them just going out there and playing the game hard and just enjoying it.
Absolutely. I totally agree. This game is hard enough as it is, and let the kids go out and have some fun, play hard.
Play hard. That's all I tell. That's exactly what I told them down there. Once you step between the white lines, it's baseball. You know, no matter who opponent you're facing or whatever, it's baseball. You know, just go out there and have fun. And if you go out there and you give it 110%, 120%, and you leave it on the field, then you can walk with your head held high, no matter win or lose.
Yeah, we've been impressed by the versatility of these kids. You got to play multiple positions and do a lot of things.
Yes. There's a lot of talent at this level. It's amazing, you know, around this age group, man. It surprised me how good, fundamentally sound these kids are. You know, that play the game year round. You know, I mean, they're way advanced from what we was playing coming up. You know,
yeah.
So these guys, you know, they get all these training and professional training instructors and stuff like that, and they're so advanced. You know, from when we was playing. You know, we are there. We just was raw talent. I remember just watching TV and learning from guys and trying to follow what they did on TV. Now, you know, they get it firsthand in front of them.
And Enrique with a hit there with 2 outs. And obviously there's a great brand of baseball played in California, but you're seeing it played well throughout the country now.
Yes. It is, you know, especially in the Caribbean, and, you know, the passion and you know, the talent that coming up from all over. It's amazing. You know, I know last year I got a couple watching the Little League World Series team from Africa and stuff like that. I mean, it's, you know, baseball is worldwide now. You know, everybody is getting in. They're starting to love it, and that's the fun part about it. Is, you know, we just going out there and being able to, you know, start programs all over the world and, you know, teach them the game. You know.
Got any favorite Little League memories?
Me, you know. We were, you know, in the Caribbean, you know, I never made it so far. Pretty much we made it to Venezuela to represent the Virgin Islands and stuff. But that's the farthest that I've been. Never got to, you know, Williamsport or stuff like that. But, you know, just back home playing Little League against, you know, East, West, and Puerto Rico and stuff. You know, the atmosphere it's amazing, you know. You know, win or lose, it's always like a party, you know. Everybody down there, you know, they get the drums and the singing and the chanting and you know, they're rooting for you win or lose. So, you know, I remember just playing Little League and enjoying that, you know. when it was fun. You know, it wasn't a business, just going out there and just enjoying the game and playing hard.
We've seen some big home runs here.
Yeah, I just saw one guy. I'm going to hit one on the shed.
Do you remember one of those? That's a great feeling.
Oh, when you hit it, you know you got it. You know, so yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun watching these kids play.
Soto with a chopper to Gates, the third baseman, across in time. Calvin Pickering, thanks for coming up here.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks for having
me.
me. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
A couple Orioles joining us. Greg
O's.
Olson and Calvin Pickering here. 3-0 Southern California
Yes,
leads Arizona. Inning and a half in the books. West Regional elimination game here in San Bernardino.
Defensive changes for Arizona, moving from third base to first base, number 28, Jose Zepeda. Now at third base, number 0, Giovanni Toledo.
Southern California, thanks to a home run, leading Arizona 3-0, bottom of the second in this West Regional elimination game at Al Houghton Stadium. Focused on fun, fitness, and fundamentals, the Little League journey starts with T-ball. Visit littleleague.org/T-ball for our free 10-week practice plan to keep the youngest Little Leaguers moving, having fun, and learning the games of baseball and softball. Calvin Pickering, 4 major league teams, sharing with us his experiences at a young age as a baseball player, and he noticed the home runs. How can you not? Southern California has really put a stamp on this regional with the way they swing the bats.
Yeah, he was saying after we got off the air that he makes it a father-son trip every year. He comes out to San Bernardino to watch Southern California, watch Hawaii play, just enjoys the Little League atmosphere.
Chula Vista Little Leaguers with Atticus Gates leading things off, the third baseman against Damian Lorda. 2-2 as he fouls that one off.
Got a nice catch down the right field line. Damian Lorda, good stuff. Got a nice little slider, works down. And I really can't say he made a mistake to Mendoza other than the fact that, he gave him something to hit.
Gates lifts it in the air to center. Reyes has a beat on it, one away.
Damian Lorda working down, has the ability to work both sides of the plate. Change his speed. We've seen a changeup. It's a very developed young pitcher.
And here's the opposing pitcher, Kayanoa Baptista. He also plays basketball competitively. Likes the Angels and Mike Trout.
Might have the best nickname here. Island Prime.
Hits it hard on the ground to the shortstop. Lizarraga moving to his left. Good throw. Cannon arm over there. 2 down.
Well, we are being blessed with some really solid shortstop play. Lizarraga ranges to his left, secures the ball, and quickly gets rid of it and throws a strike over to first base.
Here's a tough out. Anthony Leyva put his imprint on this regional with his speed. Can lay it down. runs the bases better than anybody out there.
Shows bunt. He got on 4 times the first game. Couple walks, couple singles.
And no surprise, a big Jose Altuve fan. Tries to lay the bunt down there and fouls it off.
It's pretty unusual to see somebody try to get a drag bunt with 1 strike already on them. They usually try to do it, early in the count before you got a strike. And I like him taking advantage. He thought that Cepeda at third base was back a little bit deep, not respecting his speed.
And he swings and misses, and an effective 1-2-3 inning for Damian Lorda. Gets his first strikeout, sets him down in order, and we're through 2 innings. Southern California leads Arizona 3-0. Jose Mendoza, 3-run homer, the difference so far as we move to the 3rd inning. Southern California in front of Arizona. You want to play Little League in your local community? Visit playlittleleague.org. Enter your address and find a Little League program near you. Mendoza, his 3rd home run of this regional, coming in the 1st inning. And now you've got Baptista with that cushion to work with, and he's going to be facing the number 9 hitter for Arizona, Francisco Rivero, and then the top of the order. Rivero, the left fielder, swings at the first one. That was off the plate, strike 1.
Well, Baptista does a really nice job moving the ball in, keeps the ball down, same as Damian Lorda. And so it's going to be tough sledding for Arizona. You never know what you're getting, You get change-ups, you get breaking balls in fastball counts, which means it's a 1-0 or a 2-1 count. You think you're going to get a fastball, and Baptista is throwing off speed, taking advantage of your being aggressive as a hitter.
Two and one now. I like to play Little League because my passion is baseball.
Very nice. We have that in common. My passion is baseball as well.
He also likes playing PlayStation, but baseball is number 1 on the list of things.
Thought I saw the favorite movie was Rampage. I haven't seen that yet.
I'm with you.
You haven't seen it either?
Nope. Matinee for Olsen before there are 2 games maybe tomorrow. There's a ball that's fouled off. We have 2 more coming following this one in San Bernardino. Northern California, Utah, West region. In the Northwest region, Washington, Alaska. Elimination games today.
Elimination Tuesday.
Took something off that one, and he went after it high in the strike zone, and a strikeout.
Now Baptista throwing a breaking ball or a changeup up outside the zone. Rivero just couldn't lay off of it. Looks like it was something good to hit and just a little bit too high.
3 strikeouts now for Baptista. And a few words here from the shortstop and the third baseman. Left side of that infield coming over.
We're going to see Valenzuela pinch hitting for Reyes.
Misael Valenzuela at the top of the order.
So Little League Baseball does such a great job of the substituting and making sure everybody has playing time. Arizona has 13 players on their roster, which means that the 4 substitutes have a mandatory 1 at bat. And we are seeing a substitution early, I guess, well, top of the 3rd inning, but
Misa, big Francisco Lindor fan, loves the Indians.
really close pitch by Batista, fastball away. Joseph Anderson, the catcher, behind the plate. Styling with the sunglasses.
Had a home run cut there, 2-1.
I like it. What do you got on those, Trey?
And keep the glare out behind the mask. That one on the corner, 2-2.
Very similar to the 1-0 pitch that home plate umpire David DeRosa did not call. Looked like Joseph Anderson did a little bit job of getting out front, framing it a little bit better for him.
And he fools Valenzuela there. Back-to-back Ks, 2 down.
Well, you've seen what I'm talking about, but Batista, very advanced pitcher in his ability to throw multiple pitches for strikes. Absolutely perfect location.
You know, he couldn't solve Emilio Lizarraga his first time up as he delivered a double to left field. Framed up on the corner, hits the spot, strike 1.
I love what Joseph Anderson's doing behind the plate, too. He reaches out and snatches a changeup that's going out of the zone down. That one he lets travel a little bit deeper and catches it closer to his body.
Lined up even further outside on that pitch.
He left the game on Sunday late in the game, probably 4th or 5th inning. He got a fastball that came up and caught his throwing hand. We didn't see him behind the plate yesterday. We saw Michael Rodriguez, who's out in center field. And it says a lot about the athleticism of Southern California, where you have a guy that's playing center field. Michael Rodriguez has pitched. He caught yesterday.
Interchangeable parts for the guys from Chula Vista. That swung on and lifted in the air to shallow center field. And coming in is Rodriguez to make the play and end the inning. Effective inning for Baptista. He sets him down 1-2-3. Top of the order coming up for Chula Vista. Rodriguez, Camarillo, and Rodriguez next. Southern California 3, Arizona nothing, bottom of the third. Of course, the state of California has represented well in terms of Little League Baseball. Getting to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, most appearances by a U.S. state. California, 48 at the top of the charts.
Pennsylvania with 33. Apparently they had 11 teams in 1947.
And, of course, Texas and Florida, you'd expect them to be involved in that. But Southern California with one of the teams represented here, Northern California, the other from Rockland, California. We'll see them coming up against Utah in our next game. And that is a little flare off the bat of Ivan Rodriguez Jr. into the glove of Iriki, one down.
Well, Lorda really has only made one bad pitch, and it was to Mendoza. Otherwise, he's working down. He's making great pitches.
Now Alan Camarillo. First pitch, grounder into center field, base hit. He reaches for the second time.
Camarillo laid a nice bunt down in the first inning, a sacrifice that turned into an error on the third baseman. I know we're not going to pinch hit for Michael Rodriguez. So might we see a pinch runner for Camarillo?
Yes. Jordan Bleish is going to be the pinch runner. He'll come in for Camarillo.
Jordan Bleish has gotten a couple pinch hitting opportunities, played right field yesterday versus Nevada, and is a very entertaining first base coach.
Oh man, was that a big swing from Rodriguez. We talked about the 3 home run effort in game 1. He swings hard.
I just think I think he's trying too hard. You know, if there is a negative to having a 3 home run night, it's the fact that you come out the next day and you're trying. Nevada didn't give him anything to hit, so he hasn't seen anything good to hit. That's my only theory.
Yeah, well, Las Vegas did a great job pitching around him. You talked about how they worked the outside part of the plate.
They stayed away from him. They attacked him a little bit, but, you know, he walked a couple times, you know, ended up striking out. But, you know, he is so used to getting pitched around that, you know, you become a little bit impatient. He wants to do what he did on Sunday. He wants to hit home runs, and I just think he's trying too hard. He's pressing a little bit.
Good rip there, fouls it straight back.
Straight back into my root beer float.
Yeah, they did a great job. Volunteers here at the ballpark, the concession stands, and on the field. Just swing and a miss and a strikeout. Chased it high in the zone. Lorda gets a big K. That's his second.
I'm going to see this pitch again. Daniel Lorda hits the mitt. Diego Pineda did not have to move that mitt 1 inch. Dead locked in. That was exactly where he wanted, and Lorda put it right there.
Now it's Jose Mendoza. 3-run homer that first time up. He crushed it to right center. And
wow, an intentional walk with a runner on first base.
That's a sign of respect there. They do not pitch to Mendoza. He'll take first. Rodriguez moves, or actually Camarillo moves to second base.
And there's my root beer float, and as soon as Trey gives me permission, I'm going to duck out of here.
I'm not stopping you, but
I'll get you
one.
one.
Might want to do it after the inning ends here.
And you see the typical Southern California way to watch a baseball game is to bring your own fan with the water bucket. Because if you're going to be out here and it's going to be 108, you better have some air conditioning.
No question. Intentional walk. Here it is. Manager can elect to intentionally walk by announcing it to the home plate umpire, in this case, David DeRosa. And you don't have to throw the 4 pitches, and he gets the bag.
Well, it's a little bit more of an effort to speed the game up. You know, you assume nothing's going to happen, but until you've been on the mound and tried to throw an intentional pass, it's not as easy as it looks, because the guy that you're walking can hit.
Right.
And he's up there ready to hit. Your catcher's standing there, so you're throwing a baseball out into hypothetical space. There's no target for you to throw at. It's a little bit more difficult than it looks like.
There's Aiden Skinner now. He had to duck out of the way of that one. Skinner hitting in the 5th spot in the order. His first at bat.
Skinner came in and caught for a little bit Sunday night when Joseph Anderson went out. Did a great job behind the plate.
Rips it to right field. Bleish rounding third. He'll score. Mendoza into third base. Runners on the corners. RBI for Skinner. 4-0.
Well, showing the respect to Mendoza is showing a lack of respect to the next hitter. So when you intentionally walk somebody, the next guy walking up is going, oh, they want to pitch to me, huh? And so the next hitter tends to dial it up, and this time it backfired by putting Jordan Bleish into scoring position with the intentional walk.
And that really sets a good precedent for the rest of this offense now, picking each other up.
Yeah, now we have Matthew Bjornstead back up to the plate, who's done it both on the mound and at the plate. Had a big RBI single to right field on Monday versus Nevada, and really saved SoCal's bacon a little bit when he came in relief in the 2nd inning against Northern California.
And he does a lot of things well. Has a big arm, left-handed stick. There's the pitch count now at 56 for Lorda. Bounces that one up there. No throw down to second. Skinner will take the bag.
Good base running by Skinner. Recognized the breaking ball in the dirt, and as soon as that ball landed, he was off.
Trying to get it done with 2 outs here. Pitch to Bjornstad is high and away.
Well, we've talked about the heat, and the 2 people that are affected most by it being 108 is Damian Lorda on the mound, and the catcher Diego Pineda is sitting there with a whole bunch of extra gear on and a mask, and his head's covered. So we might be seeing Damian Lorda getting a little fatigued. He's been out here for a long inning right now, and he's already at 59 pitches.
Foul tip, 3-2 now to Bjornstad. Trying to give Southern California a bigger lead here in the 3rd inning, already up 4. And he's walked, and that'll load the bases. Time call.
You're going to probably see a pinch hitter for Atticus Gates.
This is the 7th spot in the order.
Well, Connor Alonso's started a couple games at first base. I'm not sure if he's coming in or if it's going to be Corpus.
Yeah, it's going to be Makai Corpus getting the call here. Big Mac. And now a meeting on the mound for Arizona.
This is almost a timeout. This is the baseball version of an NFL timeout. You know, you're giving your boys a chance. It's a big situation, bases loaded. you know, if it happens to be a single, this game's got a chance to get away from Arizona. Scores 4-0. You're kind of giving Damian Lorda a little bit of a breather, talking to everybody else. You know, you can make it fun. You can have a little bit of fun with it, you know, or you can just lock in, be a little bit psychological, and try to motivate.
You got to push the right buttons.
Got to figure out what you got.
Paul Pinedo, the manager of this Sunnyside Little League team. So this is an opportunity to break this game open a little bit for Corpus in a pinch hitting role with the bases loaded. Big cut at that high fastball.
Damian Lorda has shown the ability to locate down in the zone, and he's also done a great job of leaving the zone and expanding it up.
That bounces away from the catcher. Pinedo can't find it, and Mendoza scores, and it's 5-0. And now you've got Bjornstad at second and Skinner at third.
Well, he showed a fastball up, and then that one was a breaking ball down in the zone. And Pineda was able to knock it down. It just popped straight up in the air, and, you know, at that point, he's blind. He has no idea where the ball is.
1-2 now on Corpus with first base open. Three in the first, two more here in the third inning. And swings and misses, gets past the catcher though, Pinedo, and that's going to score another run. Coming in is Skinner, and it's 6-0. And Bjornstad moves to third base, and reaching after the drop third strike is Corpus.
Damian Lorda's done a pretty solid job of pitching. It's been unfortunate. He's had an error at third base. You know, now he gets a wild pitch on strike three, which would have ended the inning and left a couple guys out there. Instead, he's back out there again trying to fight to keep this game at 6-0. Connor Alonso.
Alonso batting for Baptista in the 8th spot in the order.
Well,
They try to add to the lead here.
Yeah, Batista's been pitching well, so I'm going to assume that Batista will be subbed back in, be reinserted to pitch the top of the 4th. He's low on pitches.
Big Dodgers fan, 12-year-old. The big spot here in the 8th spot in the order. Fouls that one off.
He reminds me a lot of Pedro Alvarez. Designated hitter, first baseman, had a couple great years with Pittsburgh. Now he's in the Baltimore organization. But very similar swing, power swing, does not get cheated.
Yeah, what Pedro does not have is Gerald the Green Monster, the good luck charm in the dugout for the Southern California team. 2-1.
You saw Connor back there give home plate umpire David DeRosa the hand like timeout. He wanted timeout. Well, you don't have to assume that you're going to get granted the timeout.
There's a single to center. He rips it back through the circle, and that scores another run as Bjornstad comes in, and it's 7-0.
A nice piece of hit, and he gets a little impatient up there. He's trying to call a timeout, puts the hand back on the bat, gets a fastball down in the zone, and pretty textbook driving it back up the box.
Well, they found their offense now after they only scored 3 runs against Las Vegas in their last outing.
Coach Camarillo is getting his substitutes in. Something goes wrong here, and they score 10 runs. Arizona will get a chance to bat in the top of the 4th, and if you don't get your substitute in, then you're suspended at least one game as a coach, and I'm not quite sure the rest of the negatives of it.
Jordan Bleish across in time. He's retired on a play 5-3. to end the inning. Bleish coming in to hit in Leiva's spot in the order, and that will end things, and we might take a look at this. A bang-bang play at first base.
I love that. These kids have been watching baseball on ESPNs for so often. Jordan Bleish is giving the little tap to the helmet like, hey, coach, we might want to look at this. I was safe.
Bleish has great speed down the line. We've seen that in this regional. Here's a look.
Well, here's the funny thing. It's ground ball to third base. Zapata was standing right next to third base.
Boy, is that close.
That's really close.
High throw.
Guess we're not going to look at it.
It's confirmed. 7-0. We're through 3. Southern California puts 4 on the board in the third. Florida comes up next for Arizona.
For Southern California in the third inning, 4 runs on 3 hits and 2 runs left on base. This counts for number 24, Jimmy Norta, is 69. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a little 5-minute break here to get the players.
Southern California has been an offensive machine in this West Regional. 16 runs in a Game 1 victory. They have 7 on the board here in this one in San Bernardino. The Little League Grow the Game Grant Initiative has distributed over $2 million at the local level. Grant funding provides local Little Leagues resources for general improvement and to expand or establish softball, Challenger Division, and Urban Initiative programs. For more info, visit littleleague.org/grow the game. Well, the recap, first inning, a 3-run inning for Southern California. They find their offense thanks to the home run.
Jose Mendoza, the back end of the Bash Brothers, gets a fastball away, and you can't see where it landed.
And then they add to their advantage as Mendoza gets his 3rd home run of the regional right there. They get 4 more later on. In the second inning, it was great pitching from Baptista. But in the third, they get more. Here it is.
And Batista mixing things up, off speed, changeup, slider, fastballs. Nothing good to hit for Arizona so far today. And then the gates opened up a little bit in the bottom of the third. You see the base hit by Skinner into right field will score 1. A couple wild pitches got away. A couple runs will score on that. Arizona's on the ropes a little bit.
He put 9 to the plate in that third inning, and now we have an extended break here, 3.5 minutes after the third inning because of the hot conditions, 108 degrees at the ballpark, making sure the umpires get out of the heat, get hydrated, and the players get to hit the refresh button, you could say here. It is it's a temperature that the Tucson Sunnyside Little Leaguers are used to, 110 degrees on their state title run, but still doesn't mean it isn't a condition that's fun to play in.
Well, Chula Vista's, fairly familiar with it as well. Love the T-shirt right there. You're killing me, Smalls. Little plate on Sandlot.
Great film. A lot of the kids here at the ballpark have mentioned that as one of their favorite baseball movies. They Got the sunbrellas out here, keeping the younger ones cool and in the shade.
Yeah, it is blistering out here, and everybody's trying to find the little piece of shade. We got a couple palm trees that are providing about, give or take, 5 by 5 feet of shade down the right and left field lines.
Southern California, probably a little bit of a sigh of relief after they only scored 3 runs in a loss to Las Vegas in their last game. They have found their offense, and it hasn't just been Michael Rodriguez. A lot of people getting involved.
Yeah, Mendoza again with his 3rd home run. Skinner with an RBI single. We got Alonso coming off the bench with an RBI single. It's they're spreading the wealth.
Kainoa Baptista, we showcased his pitching. He has 4 strikeouts, and he'll face Damian Lorda. Swings and misses.
You just never know when you're going to see a fastball off of Island Prime. It's, first pitch, really nice breaking ball. Probably see a changeup. Maybe, we'll probably see a fastball right here. Or not. We'll see a changeup down and away. It's just really difficult to hit when you never know what's coming. Everything's a different speed.
That's hit in the air to left. And it's caught by Leyva, 1 down.
Anthony Leyva spent some time in center field. He spent some time at second base. We talked about the adaptability and athleticism of Southern California. He's been in 3 different positions. Michael Rodriguez has been in 3 different positions. Mendoza's been in 3 different positions.
Got to be versatile out there. Here's Jose Zepeda. Favorite actor for Zepeda? Elmo. You know the red
Yeah,
puppet?
no, I know Elmo.
All right, just want to make sure. He also likes math, which was never my number 1 subject, but a good one to, if you're good at it, make it work.
My dad was a math teacher in high school, and boy, that gene did not get passed down.
We got some mathematicians here at the ballpark.
I did not like math.
Chases one away there, 2-1.
I mean, that's the perfect point that I've been trying to make about Batista. You're in a 2-0 count, and he throws a slider. That's what they do in the major leagues. You throw stuff in wrong counts.
He goes against the grain, is what you're saying.
You throw breaking balls in fastball counts. You throw fastballs in breaking ball counts. That's what you do in the big leagues. You don't expect to see a 12-year-old out here doing that.
Cerebral pitcher.
Well, athletic if you're able to duplicate and make multiple pitches for strikes.
And there's a fastball for a strike, 3-2.
If you get a chance when you're watching this game, watch Joseph Anderson behind the plate, the way he frames what needs to be framed. He lets, that pitch he let it get deep so it had a little bit longer time to catch a piece of the plate.
Misses with the fastball outside, and that time Anderson did try to bring it back in, but too far off.
Yeah, you know what? David DeRosa, home plate umpire, was not going to bite on the 1-foot frame by Joseph Anderson. I love the effort.
Now he's at 52 pitches now.
He just crossed over. Well, he's still in front because of the last hitter started at 48, 47, so he will only miss 2 days. If he throws one more pitch to another hitter, he's going to miss 3 days.
33-19, the strikeout to ball ratio here. And they're going to make a move.
Great job of pitching by Island Prime. Kainoa Batista.
Baptista will give up the baseball. Alonso is going to be our new pitcher when we come back. Top of the 4th, Southern California in front of Arizona 7-0 in this elimination game. Cooper Alonso, the new pitcher for the Parkview Little Leaguers from Chula Vista, California. They have a 7-0 lead. Nice job from Baptista. He works into the 4th inning, strikes out 4. And a Cody Bellinger fan, Connor Alonso, getting the call here. And there's going to be a pinch runner as well. Rodriguez will come in to pinch run for Zepeda. Yeah, let's see. We also have Diego Pinedo at the plate. He'll hit again after grounding out his first time up.
Well, Connor Alonso, we just saw him last inning at the plate batting left-handed. And now he's on the mound throwing right-handed.
By the way, that's Jesus Rodriguez, the third Rodriguez we have talked about, now pinch running at first. They also have, there's 2 on the Southern California side of things and 1 for Arizona.
Alonso struggling a little bit to find the strike zone, missing down out of the zone.
There's a fastball for a strike.
Good fastball down. Let's see if you can duplicate that. Got a 7-run lead. You just want to get ahead, throw strikes, make them hit it.
Blows it by him.
Pineda pitched on Sunday, had an RBI single.
Strike 3 called. Got him looking.
It looked like he was nibbling the first 3 pitches with his breaking ball, and then decides to, okay, it's 3-0. Breaking ball's not working right now. Here's 3 straight fastballs. Nice job by Joseph Anderson behind the plate to frame that one up. Called strike 3, 2 outs.
Giovanni Toledo, who struck out in the 2nd inning. High and tight on that first pitch.
Let's see Connor Alonso trying to keep his hand dry. Get a little bit sweaty, and your whole body's kind of sweating through your uniform. There's not a dry place that you can wipe your hand.
Late swing there from Toledo.
I would suggest, if I was Connor Alonso's pitching coach, he struggled to find command of his breaking ball. You know, you're in a 1-1 count. You've had really good command of your fastball so far. Let's try another breaking ball right here. You're still in a good position.
Ground ball hit to the second baseman, Camarillo. Flips to the bag at second to end the inning. Still a 7-0 game. Top of the order scheduled up for Chula Vista, leading the Tucson Sunnyside Little Leaguers by 7 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Southern California with 3 in the first and 4 runs in the 3rd inning, a 7-0 lead over Arizona, bottom of the 4th. Looking for training and info for coaches, umpires, league volunteers, and parents? Get free backyard tips, practice plans, drills, videos, and more. Visit littleleagueuniversity.org today. Well, the Sunnyside Little Leaguers, some work to do, trying to continue their season. They lost to Hawaii in the first game and trailing Southern California here. They've been out hit 5-2, 2 big innings, the story. And a switch for the outfielders. Get you up to speed on that.
Ivan Rodriguez Jr. comes up to the plate.
And he rips it down the left field line, and that's going to go into the corner. Picked up by Jesus Rodriguez out there, and Ivan Rodriguez Jr. is now 2 for 3.
Well, they've been trying to pitch him in, and this time he's looking in, gets a fastball, and just spins it to left field. Arizona does a nice job of keeping this to a double. So Rodriguez is running hard right out of the gate.
Alon Camarillo has already singled in this one. He's reached a couple times, also via the error.
I'm giving that a sac bunt with an error on the third baseman, so I got him for 1 for 1. What do you think?
Yeah, we see there's one error on the board.
Well, are you going to give him the sac bunt in the first inning? Trey.
Yeah, and then
the error on the third baseman.
Play,
yeah, but it's a sac bunt he was giving up as at bat.
Yep.
I got him for 1 for 1.
He's got the hitters count here 2-0 as he takes a big rip at that one.
Well, it's kind of interesting. We haven't seen Southern California play small ball, and so first inning they struggled yesterday at the plate. Hey, let's get a little something started. Camarillo lays down a good bunt. It was just misplayed a little bit by the third baseman.
2-2. Well, you get him on, look out. Michael Rodriguez waiting on deck, and then it's Jose Mendoza.
You're going to have to pitch to somebody.
Chased one and strikes out. That's a big out for Lorda out there.
Nice job by Damian Lorda. Forces Alon Camarillo to expand the strike zone, go chasing a slider out off the plate. And you know what? I mean, he set this up with the pitch before where he threw a 2-1 breaking ball for a strike, and now Camarillo recognized it.
And Michael Rodriguez gets a big rip at a high fastball. He'd like another look at that.
Well, there's a couple places to pitch power guys, and you try to get them to chase the ball out of the zone somewhere, either down, away, up. However you can get them out without them actually getting a good pitch to hit. And the other one is a fastball in at the belt.
Hits in the air to left. Playing back was Rodriguez. It's off the glove of the shortstop, Lizarraga. And Rodriguez is on.
And the other thing that happens when you have a big power hitter, your outfield is so deep. This ball off the end of the bat looks like a little slider down in the zone. He knows he didn't get it. But you can see how deep the outfield is, almost on the warning track, respecting the power of these two guys, Mendoza and Rodriguez.
It's a tough play for a shortstop to turn around and try to get to that one.
But you got to tip your cap. Lizarraga drop stepped and became an outfielder and went running out there.
And Mendoza's going to take first base here.
I think he just got hit.
That is the second time he's not had an opportunity. He was walked, and he takes one. Looks like in the ribs there. So a home run, a walk, intentional walk, and then he's hit by a pitch. Bases loaded. And it's Joseph Anderson getting a rip.
Good swing by Joseph to start the at-bat. One out, bases loaded.
Now, Mendoza at first representing the 10th run. They could bring the 10-run rule into effect here. One out.
Can't tell you how great of a block that was by Pinedo. Bases loaded, nowhere to put them. They can't give up anymore. And he gets out there, squares up the body, gets the glove in front.
Ground ball, second baseman Enrique throws to second. They get the force play, and that's it. That's the second out. That does score Rodriguez Jr., and it's 8-0.
Well, Arizona played the corners in, taking away the play at the plate. Their middle infield has been so good and quick that they gambled that they could get a routine ground ball and turn it into a double play. And you could see Lizarraga just had a little bit of a transfer issue, wasn't able to come out with the ball clean and had to hold it.
Pinch runner. Going to come in for Anderson. It's going to be Skinner.
Aiden Skinner comes back in. He had a nice single out into right field to score a run. They got a nice duo of catchers here in Southern California.
You got to have a few in the heat here. Doing a lot of hard work back there. Skinner representing that 10th run, the winning run at first base in this one. Matthew Bjornstad at the dish. Looks at a strike.
Tell you what, I mean, the numbers aren't going to be great, but Damian Lord has been really good. I really like the way this kid pitches.
Outside, no throw. Now they throw late, and here comes the runner to the plate. And safe at the plate is Rodriguez. 9-0. They get Skinner to second. That's the key runner as he represents the winning run, and he's at second base.
Well, we've seen a couple first and third plays, and most so far in San Bernardino have done a little bit of a delayed steal, waiting for the catcher to start tossing the ball back. Here you see the steal, throw down, no play at second base. Lizarraga does all he can do to try to get it back to home plate. Both runners are safe. But Diego Pinedo, that was a cannon from behind home plate.
Didn't look like he was going to throw it. It was
I didn't
late
think he had
getting
a
rid
chance.
of it. But yeah, it was close. Now a 9-0 lead, and Bjornstad had a chance to win this with a single. Infield playing back up the middle. Hard third base side.
He's had a couple good swings. He's been solid at the plate, solid on the mound.
Time call.
Bjornstad asks for time. Taking just a little bit longer than he liked and starting to get uncomfortable at the plate.
2-2, fights that one off, had to wait on it.
He's putting together a nice AB. And like we said, the winning run to force a 10-run rule is standing in the form of Aiden Skinner, number 20 at second base.
Inside, full count to Bjornstad. Tough pitch to lay off of there.
Yeah, that one was really close.
3-2. Hit foul. Left field line out of play.
It's not very often, Trey, that you see a foul ball and it's so hot there's only one person that wants to go after it. Everybody else is not coming out of the shade.
8th pitch of the AB, and there's ball 4. Bjornstad is on. Runners at first and second. Skinner, the guy to keep the eye on at second base, representing the 10th run. They could bring the 10-run rule into effect here and win it in 4, and that will bring a meeting on the mound.
I'm not sure what Matthew Bjornstad's so upset about. He was tugging at his helmet, thinking he was this close to getting a base hit. Taking off that wrist brace. I wouldn't think that would bother the hitter. Looks like it was just covered under the glove a little bit, but not taking any chances. He's checking out the tan that he doesn't have in that spot.
And past the 85 pitch max, that will be it for Lorda, who you mentioned gave him some good moments there, but 3 big innings. As you look at Skinner at second representing the winning run. Here's the run rule, and it can come into effect right here in the bottom of the 4th with the home team trying to move to a 10-0 lead.
15 runs if it's in the third innings. And they must each be able to complete their half of the offense. Arizona has already batted in the top of the fourth. So if number 20, Aiden Skinner, scores, this game will be over. Oh, here he is, Jordan Bleish. Most entertaining first base coach in San Bernardino.
He's a dancer, gives him energy over there.
I'm waiting for the towel whip. You know, Bjornstad turns around and Bleish gives him the towel whip.
Giovanni Toledo, the new pitcher, comes in for Lorda, and he'll face Makai Corpus with a first and second situation and 2 outs. Skinner representing the winning run at second base. And he hits him and loads up the bases.
That had to hurt. Yep, now he just realized how much it hurts. Fastball caught the edge of the elbow. Oh, that's too bad. Coach Camarillo's having him go try to walk it off down the right field line. We might see one of our fine training crew from
the Loma Linda Children's Hospital.
He's starting to come out of the dugout right now, and have somebody take a look at that. That was a good fastball that he caught right to the end of the elbow. Hope he's all right.
Have a pinch runner. Atticus Gates is going to run now for Corpus, and let's hope that's not serious. Gates will be at first base. Now you got the winning run 60 feet away with Toledo out there.
He's really hurt. He's had it.
And represented by Skinner at third base. And there's Gates heading to first. Connor Alonso, the batter, trying to bring that 10th run across here and win it for Southern California. Toledo's pitch is high for ball, or a strike called. Gets the strike call from David DeRosa.
That ball looked a little bit up, and Connor Alonso right now is turned around going, wait, you called that a strike?
That's hit on the ground in the hole. It's short. Rodriguez Jr. long throw, got him. What a play to get Alonso. Lizarraga, I should say, covering a lot of ground in the cannon arm there. And this game continues on. 9-0, Southern California leading Arizona. We go to the 5th.
Wonderful play by shortstop Lizarraga. Southern Cal 9-0.
A 9-0 Southern California lead over Arizona. Elimination game West Region play, top of the 5th at Al Houghton Stadium. Connor Alonso pitching for this Southern California team. They started Baptista on the mound. 9 runs on 7 hits, 3 big innings, 3 in the first, 4 in the third, 2 more in the fourth for the Chula Vista kids from Parkview Little League.
We're going to see a pinch hitter. Looks like Grajeda batting in spot of Iriki.
Offers the bat there, trying to lay one down and misses on it. 4'11", 82-pound, 12-year-old.
Papas.
Ground ball hit to second. Camarillo on the grass with the throw, not in time. Great effort to try to make that play over there.
We have seen back-to-back special plays. First, Lizarraga saves the game for Arizona with a backhand in the hole. Here you see Camarillo, and that's about as good as it can be done. Major league, minor league, high school. Great play.
Good speed for Grajeda down the line. And here's Soqui. Luis Soqui. Pinch hitting. He's a Fortnite fan, 12 years old. Trying to chip away at this big deficit. Hits a liner, and that's past Camarillo. And that's past the right fielder who is playing in, Bjornstad. It'll roll for a while. Grajeda rounding third, coming home, scores, throw to third, not in time. How about Soqui taking it opposite field, 9-1.
Well, we spoke so much in the opening about the mighty Mike Leyva out in left field for SoCal, but SoCal not showing too much respect to Soqui, bringing the outfield in, and he hits a laser to right center. And the infield was shallow, showing a little bit of lack of respect to the power.
Now Jesus Rodriguez hitting in the 9th spot in the order. And he's hit by the pitch.
Soqui tried to score on the hit by pitch.
He retreats to third base.
And that is Jesus Rodriguez. Like he got hit too. Caught one in the elbow. And that's the second time we've had somebody get hit on the end of the elbow. I was going to say it stings, but stings is not quite the right word. So Arizona showing a little bit of life. I don't know if you can get momentum from only giving up 2 runs, but he squares to bunt. Fastball up and in. Tries to get turned, but once you square to bunt, man, you got a long ways to go to get your back turned to it.
Here's Martin Reyes. I think that hit the umpire, DeRosa?
I don't know. Arizona is now back at the top of the lineup. And they might have found something for Southern California for Alonso. It's kind of distracting him, them showing to bunt, laying down the bunt. But it's wreaked a little bit of havoc. And Arizona has life.
Reyes struck out his first time up. Runners at second and third now. Pulls it foul.
Wow, look at Coach Pineda over at third base with a clean pick. Fine effort.
Two and two.
And there's Joseph Anderson back behind the plate. Does a great job as catcher. styling a little bit with the sunglasses. That one looked like it surprised him. Wasn't able to frame that one up.
Alonso deals the 3-2. Misses outside and walks Reyes, and the bases are loaded.
We have a mound trip by Coach Camarillo.
Well, he has seen a lot of offense from his bunch. 16 runs in a Game 1 victory. He only scored 3 against Las Vegas in a loss yesterday, but 9 on the board here against Arizona.
So I think we're going to have a move.
And we'll take a break. Pitching change coming up at Houghton Stadium. A 9-1 lead, top of the 5th. Bases loaded, nobody out. We'll be back with a new pitcher.
Your attention, please. Defensive changes in Southern California. Now pitching, number 3.
9-1 lead here. Camarillo, the new pitcher.
In left field,
Coach's kid. Alan Camarillo wears the stirrups. That's a superstition. You see him right there.
Are those the real stirrups or those the painted on sock stirrups? I mean, I had to wear those. That's what everybody grew up wearing. Now the soccer socks are in vogue.
It's old school right there.
That
Emilio
is old school.
Lizarraga at the plate. Swing and a miss. We got Rodriguez now playing left. Mendoza's in center. Alonso's at first. Leiva's at second. And there's just your traditional
Well, those
socks
are the
there.
soccer socks, you know. And then you got this look right here, which is the call it the Manny Ramirez started the trend with the baggy.
Lizarraga, a little flare, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Throw to third. They get the force play. Soki scores, and it's 9-2.
That's just a tough break for Arizona. You know, short fly ball into left field by Lizarraga. Ball drops. Now watch how quickly Ivan Rodriguez picks this up and fires a dart to Atticus Gates at third base, taking the hit away from Lizarraga, so he gets a fielder's choice with an RBI.
Jesus Rodriguez out there at third, so a couple runners on and one down. And here's Damian Lorda trying to cut into this deficit a little bit more.
So if you're keeping score at home, Lizarraga gets a fielder's choice 6-5 with the RBI.
Okay. Lorda through the circle, deflected to the second baseman, and the play is an out at first and safe at home plate. Reyes beating the tag. They get the second out on a Leiva to Alonso 4-3 putout. They thought they could get the out at home, but no, says David DeRosa.
Well, Camarillo got hit with the line drive on the left foot, which is his landing foot. Let's see if we can see it again. Nope, he got hit on the, Yeah, he tried to get out of the way, left the foot hanging back behind him.
There's out number 2 right there.
Nice play by Leyva. Alonso recognizes a play at the plate. And Joseph Anderson did a nice job. I thought he might have blocked him off the plate. We might have a review at home, because it looked like Joseph Anderson got his foot in front of home plate and blocked the play.
Challenge of the play here.
Okay, so you're ready for the ground ball from Lorva. You ready for this scoring? So the ground ball off Camarillo. Here it is again. That foot looks like it's in front of home plate. It looks like he blocks off the corner of home plate. But here's what I got on the Lorda line drive. I got a 1 to 4 to 3 force out at first base.
Right. Coming home.
And then the 3 to 2 it could be the play. Well, if the foot's in there, then he's safe. The tag wasn't in time. I just was questioning if the foot got in. But he has a home plate umpire, David DeRosa, has a much better view than I do.
That would be the 3rd run if it stands. And it will stand. So a 9-3 game, 2 down.
Home plate umpire David DeRosa saying, I got it right. I like the review though. I mean, I was questioning if he got the foot into the base.
Now Jose Zepeda, they get another run, draw within 6 here in the 5th inning. Zepeda pulls it towards the 3rd baseman. Across the diamond, Gates' throw is on the money to end the inning. So Arizona gets on the board. They put 3 up, and they're down 9-3 now. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Leyva, then the top of the order, scheduled up next for Chula Vista. Southern California in front of Arizona, bottom half of the 5th inning in this elimination game in West Region play. Catch all the excitement of the Little League World Series, including how to visit Williamsport, scores, stats, highlights, and more. Visit littleleague.org or follow along on social media with hashtag LLWS. The Parkview Little Leaguers trying to keep their season going. They're 1-1. Arizona looking for their first win. They did finally get on the board. Toledo now pitching for the Sunnyside Little Leaguers.
Well, Toledo looks like he's the closer for these guys. Throws hard, 69, 70 miles an hour. Imposing figure on the mound.
Mighty Mouse leading things off. It's a Mighty Mouse, Anthony Leyva, who really has been a joy to watch with his ability on the base pass. Caesar salad fan.
Anchovies?
Didn't ask, but pretty good choice.
Third baseman Zapata in on the grass by a couple steps, trying to take away the bunt. Leyva showed it in the 2nd inning. He's peeking down at Coach Camarillo. Fights off a good fastball down and away. This is what makes Little League Baseball so fun to watch. Toledo looks like he's about 5'9", 5'10". Leyva's probably 4'7", 4'8".
Stays away from that one, 3-2.
And we're all on equal footing on the baseball field.
Fouls off a good pitch there.
Almost made it into the Southern California tents up in the stands. Everybody's trying to stay in the shade. Leva's trying to get things started. Arizona answered with 3 in the top of the 5th.
And there's strike 3. Leva thought it was ball 4. He's out number 1 here in the game with the bottom of the 5th inning. And now it's the top of the order, Ivan Rodriguez Jr.
He's been a nice table setter today. Big reason why that Southern California's bats woke up. He started the game with a single into left field through the 56 hole. He's also had a double to left field, right down the left field line.
Swung at one inside there. Didn't get a full cut at it, jammed him.
Well, it started to be the pitch that he wanted to see, a fastball in. Just rode up in on him. Nice pitch by Toledo on the 0-2 fastball up.
And a strikeout. Good inning for Toledo, couple Ks. And they'll bring up Alan Camarillo.
That's 3 consecutive hitters that Toledo has faced and gotten out. He came into the game and hit Corpus on the elbow. Got a ground ball to shortstop. And the last 2 hitters have been strikeouts.
Oh, goodness. Camarillo hit, and he's in some pain here, and that's a fastball that he just couldn't get out of the way of. And let's hope this kid is okay here. Fastball inside from Toledo here, and just hoping for the best for Alan Camarillo.
And they got him up. Looks like it caught him on the backside of the elbow.
Loma Linda Children's Hospital, the volunteers out there taking care, number 3. Well, we wish him the best. It's tough.
Yeah, you never like to see somebody leaving the field with the trainers holding his arm still.
One that got away from Toledo there, and he's obviously a little bit distraught.
Yeah, I don't. Oh man. Very unintentional.
So we'll have a base runner for Camarillo here with 2 down.
Well, here's what has to happen now. Coach Camarillo has used all his substitutes in other positions with other players. Well, there's nothing wrong with it. It's what happens as part of the game. So now they're discussing, how to go about re-entering one of the substitutes for Alan Camarillo, who had to leave the game because he's injured. And Little League Baseball has, stipulations because this has happened before. So I don't know if they're discussing, which substitute has to go out to first base and take over for Camarillo. And I think, it almost gets put a little bit into the other coach's hands for a sportsmanship situation.
And just trying to make sure they get things taken care of here. Our thoughts go out to Alon Camarillo, obviously, after getting hit by the pitch here. And that was the first concern, take care of that kid. And now they're just discussing who to put at first base. There's Michael Rodriguez scheduled up. And the discussion continues. David DeRosa is our home plate umpire. Paul Pinedo, the Arizona manager. George Camarillo, the Southern California manager.
So I'm not sure what was decided, but a little bit of it gets put in the opposing team's court, almost selecting who comes into pinch run. I don't think we've seen Jordan Bleich out in the field yet, so we might see him over at first base.
It's going to be Aiden Skinner coming out of the dugout. He'll be the pinch runner. So Skinner at first base with 2 down in this 9-3 game.
A long mound visit going on right now. Probably just checking on Toledo's state of mind,
Well, you've been there. You've hit a batter unintentionally, and you feel horrible, I'm sure.
I hit a lot of kids in Little League, and you feel worse than anybody because you just inflicted pain on somebody unintentionally. And you're out there, and it's in your mind, and I'm, having been in its shoes, you got to kind of snap back in and get back into the game, but it's difficult to do.
Here's Michael Rodriguez, 2 down with Skinner at first base. And a fastball's in there, good pitch from Toledo. Single today. He has hit 3 home runs in this regional. Fouls that back. Really fun to watch. He definitely gets his cuts in.
He does not get cheated. And Arizona's done a nice job of pitching him today. Struck him out on a fastball up out of the zone.
And the fastball there, and Rodriguez can't catch up with it. And that will end the 5th inning. Southern California leading Arizona 9-3. We go to the top half of the 6th, and Chula Vista trying to get a win and keep their season going. Pinedo to lead it off. 9-3 Southern California leading Arizona top of the 6th in this West Regional elimination game. Southern California trying to continue their season and move to 2-1 in this regional. They had some big innings, a 3-run first, a 4-run third, a 2-run fourth. Arizona getting on the board with 3 runs in the 5th, and now Atticus Gates called on to close the door and get the Parkview Little Leaguers the victory here.
He'll face the meat of the lineup, Pineda, Toledo, and Iriki.
Gates has played some third base. He started the game at the hot corner. They've got Rodriguez playing over there now. Bleish is in left field. We've got Skinner behind the plate catching.
So it looks like when Camarillo went out of the game with the injury, Skinner came in to replace him. Skinner is the backup catcher to Joseph Anderson. Skinner comes in, plays catcher. Joseph Anderson goes out, and Jordan Bleish, who is a natural outfielder, comes in, goes out into left field. Michael Rodriguez moves to third base, his third position today. Center field, left field, third base.
Well, let's hope for the best for Alon Camarillo, hit by a pitch in the last inning. These Parkview Little Leaguers are going to try to keep the season going here. Now,
I think
what was Gates doing there? Gates was about to walk off.
Well, you saw his catcher Skinner go running into the dugout. We have another one of these timeouts where I think we're deciphering all the moves, all the substitutions. And so we have a break in the game. Atticus Gates standing out there as patiently as he can. He's ready to go to work. Now Jordan Bleish comes running in from left field.
And they're going to make a switch with that left fielder. Now they put Skinner out there.
So are we going to see Joseph Anderson back behind home plate?
And Skinner was just behind the dish. Now they've got him in left field.
I thought I explained it perfectly right
there.
Yeah, you did. I had it all situated right, and
well, that means they need to get the catcher's gear on another player here.
Joseph Anderson's been back there for 5 innings in the gear and in the heat, and it's 108 degrees. He finally gets the gear off, and he's like getting to breathe a little bit, and here he comes back out. He's like, all right, I'm done for the day. Sweet, attaboy.
So Gates and Anderson, the battery here, as Southern California will try to close out and get a win. Diego Pinedo. First pitch, chopper over the mound, charging the shortstop. Rodriguez Jr. got him. Couldn't get it out of his glove, and it looked like the throw was late, and they'll take a look at this one down the line.
Well, Rodriguez, great athlete at shortstop, attacks this one-hop ground ball over the mound. It's just over Gates' head. He can't get back to it. And Rodriguez looked like he had a little bit of trouble getting the ball out of the glove, took a couple steps. Probably going to call him for travel right here. I got him for safe. Trey, what do you got?
I think he beat it. Close play. And he just had a tough time getting the baseball out of that. He would have had him if he could have made that
he traveled.
move. Yeah,
he traveled. It was not an NBA travel, but a college basketball travel. I mean, it was a great play. He went a long ways to get it. And it's just, every once in a while, you just have a little trouble getting that ball out of the glove in a rush. So infield single for Pineda.
There's the confirmation. Another look.
Again, just has a little bit of trouble. I mean, came a long way to get there. Great throw, just struggled to get the hands on the ball.
Now Giovanni Toledo.
You can see that's why middle infielders have such small gloves. They have to make those kind of plays. They don't want to be reaching around inside of a big glove.
Gates just missing off the corner that time, ball one. Late swing from Toledo.
Gates showing really nice fastball command. Last 2 pitches have been outside corner. Seeing the 4th pitcher for Southern California.
Chased one high, went after it, 1-2. Baptista, Alonso, Camarillo, and Gates have all seen time on the hill. Took something off that one, bounced it up there, snap throw down to first base. Back in safely, Pinedo.
It's the first breaking ball we've seen out of Gates. A 12-6 curveball, goes straight down. Nice block by Joseph Anderson.
Wind up in the 2-2. And that one skips away from the catcher. Pinedo down to second base. Did he overthrow that one a little bit?
I think he did. You know, we've talked about the size of Toledo, you know, and he's an opposing figure. We talked about Dave Winfield the other day, how, you know, when you're standing on the mound, it looks like these guys are huge. So they're trying to work down and away. Now he's going to fastball in.
And that's hammered to left down the line and out of here. Toledo with the long ball.
And Arizona gives us a 3 spot in the 5th to climb back into the game. Toledo gets a fastball in and just does not miss it. The only question for me was if it was going to stay fair. Got a little bit of a right to left wind blowing out, and it hooks around. That ball is on its way to the schoolyard. Well, how big was that overturned call?
4-run game. And here's Angel Enrique. Nobody out. They need some base runners.
Having been in Atticus Gates' shoes, you give up a home run, you know, now you got to get back to work, and he's just kind of caught up. He's nibbling a little bit. Toledo might have scared him outside the strike zone. He's afraid to come back in. Hopefully he settles in.
There's a chopper. Rodriguez, the third baseman, comes over and makes that look easy. How about the play from Rodriguez? Cut it off before the shortstop had to wait on it, and that was the right play to make there.
Well, that's his play. It was, you know, he's been in 3 positions already today. He's played catcher, he's pitched. You see him come up and attack the ball, cut it off before it, you know, gets too slow for Rodriguez to come in and make the play. But that was a big out for Gates. You know, he was starting to struggle with his command a little bit, nibbling on the outside corner.
Here's Soki. Luis Soki with 1 down. Well, these Sunnyside Little Leaguers had a great state title run, battling through 110-degree heat, facing about the same temperature here in San Bernardino. They've done a great job showing some character, fighting back into this game. Off-speed pitch misses.
Soki had a triple in the 5th as part of the 3-run inning, and the SoCal outfield got caught playing him a little bit shallow. They are not shallow right now. The outfield's backed up a little bit in right field. He's gotten their attention.
And now
Bjornstad, when he came up initially, Bjornstad was about 15, 20 feet in front of where he's at now, and he's not going to let that happen again.
Quick conference from the left side of the infield. The 2-1 misses. Talked about the last out being the toughest one as a pitcher. And
well,
out number 2 is not easy either.
No.
When you're in the final inning here potentially.
Well, Arizona's closed the gap. It was 9-0. We were one great play from Lizarraga of being a 10-run rule after 4.
Ball 4, Soki is on.
Atticus Gates, we're going to have a little mound visit by Joseph Anderson. Doing it all back behind the plate, coming out, giving them the motivational speech. Everybody else comes in to listen. Trying to get Atticus Gates back engaged and throwing strikes. Hey, you got this, man. Throw me a ground ball right here. Ivan Rodriguez asking for a ground ball. He goes, I'll turn a double play for you. We'll get out of here.
Jesus Rodriguez is at the plate. Batting for Arizona. Strike on the corner. And you know that we're trying everything in the dugout right now for Southern California. I'm sure they're talking to Gerald the Green Monster, their good luck charm out there, the guys that aren't in the field right now. Here's the 0-1. Strike on the corner, good pitch.
And now we're back to Atticus Gates that we saw at the beginning of the inning, where, you know, we know what we see. He can duplicate that fastball down and away. That home run just shook him up for a couple hitters.
One and two. Rodriguez hitting in the 9 hole. Like to get on board and bring the top of that lineup up. Bouncer hit to the second baseman. Leyva goes and gets the sure out at first base to retire Rodriguez, and they're an out away.
Well, that's just smart baseball. Ball's not very well hit. Leyva attacks it, knows he's going to have the runner getting into his throwing lane if he tries to go to second base. Doesn't even look there, comes up, gets the sure out like you said.
Here's Martin Reyes as Arizona's down to their final out here in the 6th inning.
Joseph Anderson putting down the 2 fingers, calling for a curveball.
There's a fastball over the heart of the plate for a strike.
As we talked about, the hardest out to get is the last one. Nobody wants to make the last out of the game.
Gates with the 1-1. Swing and a miss. They're a strike away.
All right, Trey, put yourself in a closer's role. You got a 1-2 count. You've shown him a breaking ball. You've got good command of the fastball away. Where are you going?
I think you come after him with that fastball. Here we go, 1-2. Gates trying to close the door. Here's the pitch. Fastball just missed.
Joseph Anderson back there sells the frame, holds it for a split second, still doesn't get the call, and then goes, all right, I'm going to double down. I'm going to start walking off like the game's over.
Here is the 2-2. Misses outside.
Couple of close pitches, good takes by Reyes. He's already gotten 3 walks in this tournament. Finds his way on base like a good leadoff man.
Gates with the pitch, and he hits him, and Reyes is on.
And the 4th walk for Reyes this tournament. Keeps Arizona alive. And Gates is starting to run back up into the middle of the lineup.
Well, this is a big at-bat right here. 2 down. Emilio Lizarraga at the plate. Trying to bring that tying run to the plate if he can reach here.
Well, he started the offense for Arizona with a double to left field off the wall. Didn't come in to score. Had that single taken away from him in left field by Ivan Rodriguez with the 6-5 fielder's choice, but he got an RBI out of it.
Gates, line drive left field, and it is caught. A basket catch made by Skinner. And they win it.
Wow. Can we get a Sports Center highlight to end that game? Aiden Skinner comes off the bench, replacing Camarillo. Goes out to left field, and the basket catch sliding on his knees. Well hit. Lizarraga's been hot. Here's the catch, goes down to both knees, sliding.
Ball game.
Well done, Aiden Skinner.
Congrats to Arizona, the state champs. The Sunnyside Little Leaguer season comes to an end. Southern California 2-1 and they advance here in West Region play. 9-5, our final score, as Southern California comes up with 3 big innings, and they win this one over Arizona. 4 p.m. game tomorrow for Southern California as they continue their season, and they'll take on the winner of our next game upcoming between Northern California and Utah. 9-5 our final. Thanks to Greg Olson, I'm Trey Bender saying so long for now from San Bernardino. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN. Stay with us. More baseball to come from Al Houghton Stadium in San Bernardino.